Indianapolis, Indiana. 700 years after the downfall of the Templars, a group called the Levant Preceptory still meets. These modern-day Freemasons don the weapons and vestments of their medieval cousins, aspiring to the virtues of the Templar order.
The Masonic Templar order really takes the chivalric ideas of faith and loyalty and charity and truth and honor and really uses them as a character-building lesson.
You know, it's easy to look at a bunch of guys who are dressing up on a day-to-day basis in chainmail and helmets and say that maybe they're a bit off their rocker, but the truth of the matter is that it's a group of guys getting together trying to find the roots of what makes a man a good man.
I would say spiritually I have a connection, I think, to what they may have stood for in defending pilgrims on their way to worship in the Holy Lands. And I feel that if I could only mirror their virtues in my modern day life, I may be able to help perpetuate the memory of the Knights Templars.
The Masonic Preceptory honors the Templars' virtues. They remember the downfall as well. A swift decline in the early 14th century at the hands of King Philip IV of France and the new Pope, Clement V. Demolay's defiance is one man's legacy that lives on 8 centuries later. On the 700th anniversary of the arrests, the Levant Preceptory marks the occasion with a solemn memorial ceremony dedicated to their knight comrades from another era.
What you're going to see in the ceremony is a reenactment of one commandery and the conspiracy between King Philip and Pope Clement to suppress the order.
An emergency dispatch from France informs me that King Philip and Pope Clement have conspired to suppress our order. Our Grand Master Jacques de Molay and many of our companions have been arrested, imprisoned, and charged with heresy and other heinous crimes.
What will become of the Grand Master and our companions? The seriousness of these charges lead me to fear for their lives and for that of mine.
We must find a safe haven of refuge. I'm going to Scotland immediately.
And I shall go to Portugal. I will not be delivered into the hands of Philip.
I declare this conclave of Levant Preceptory closed. Sir Knights, you are dismissed.
In the short time they have left, the Templars and their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, fall victim to a witch hunt, arrested and persecuted throughout Europe.
Anybody would confess to anything under those kinds of horrific circumstances. So I think that the suppression of the order was probably a politically motivated event that was unfounded, especially in the charges that were leveled against him.
Under pressure from King Philip, Pope Clement V officially disbands the Templars in 1312. The final chapter comes 2 years later in 1314, as Grand Master Jacques de Molay recants previous confessions and declares the innocence of the Templars for the world to hear.
The legend goes that as the flames licked up around him, that he called on both Philip IV and Pope Clement to join him within the year. And in fact, both men did die within a year.